Hi YouTube, Tran here from Tran Hobbies, and today I'm bringing you an unboxing video of my very first anime figure. This is the Soul Intern model by Bandai of Kurosaki Ichigo from the anime Bleach. Here is the front of the box. It's a generic prize figure box. I bought this at my local anime figure shop for $34.99. After grabbing some scissors off screen, I cut open the box, and this figure is actually in a plastic blister. From what I've seen on other videos, this is not all too common for prize figures. I'm being pretty careful taking this figure out of the box. Like I said, this is my first anime figure, and while it's not too expensive, I don't want it to break or anything bad happen to it. So on top we have the display base. It's nothing special about it. It's in a black oval. It's got two pieces, or two holes, where the support pieces will be going into. And then the main figure itself. The figure is in a 2 halves type blister package, so I'm using scissors here to just cut up the tape. So Ichigo comes in 2 halves, the bottom half and then his top half. And this figure is looking okay. It has a pretty good weight to it. You can tell it's a prize figure. It's not, there's some chips on the paint in some areas, but I think it looks decent enough. Now we have the top portion of the figure. His face and hair looks a lot different than what's shown on the box. I'm gonna talk more about it at the end. His cloak of his uniform, it's like a jagged, and it matches what's in the anime. It's not smooth like you would see probably in a more expensive figure, but it's a nice two-tone touch. There's not much shading or anything on the uniform, but I can't expect much from it. Putting the 2 halves together, it's supposed to be just a slight fit. It does feel a bit not secure when you put it on. I just gave it a bit of a push together. They don't exactly snap together, but it does just friction fit. This is the back part of the stand. This is the main support that will be on the display. And then his sword, or this would be his Bankai version sword. That has the chain on the end. And then I'm showing another support, and this is going to be supporting his knee section. I'm actually holding it upside down right now. Okay, I'm now trying to thread the sword into his open hand. It took me a bit. The sword handle, the way you want to thread it in is threading the chain in first and then through the handle, but the chain feels flimsy, and I was doing my best to make sure I didn't actually snap off the chain itself. And when you could get the chain through, um, the handle is bigger, and it took a bit to wiggle in that handle through the hole in his hand. But I did eventually get it through. And I've put the main support onto his back. As you can see, his knee is floating in the air, and so this is what the second support is. And I'm trying to wiggle in that support to be right underneath his knee, but I find out later on that that's probably not the best idea, as you can see me. So I end up taking out the support and putting the knee support onto the stand itself, and then putting him together before putting the whole thing back onto the base. You can see me here trying to struggle putting on the top half and the bottom half together. No matter how much I tried to push them together, it looked a bit awkward, and I think it's because the figure itself made Ichigo look like he had a longer torso than was normal, and so it just looked a bit odd, which is why I kept on trying to push it together. But I realized that it was in as far as I could go, and I put it on the base. And here is a top-down view of the figure. I decided that I'll put a picture at the end. There we go. I really liked the figure. I mean, I thought it was a good deal for $35. It is a prize figure, so I was not expecting much. And there are just not many Bleach figures in general, because it's just such an old anime. Now that they've announced a new season, I'm expecting some more figures to come out. But looking at the initial artwork from the box and the advertisements, his face matched the anime a lot better than what it is in real life. The face looks a bit too small for his hair, and for what it's worth, it does look like Ichigo from far away. But the main complaints for this figure, I thought, was the hair, his smaller face, and you can't quite tell it from here because I guess of the way it's being displayed. But if you had looked on it head on, his torso and legs and hips and legs and everything like that just looked really long. And I know I know he's supposed to be like tall, but it just looked unnaturally long. So I'd probably give this figure a 3 out of 5. It's average. But thank you for watching my video. I hope to make new videos or more videos on anime figures. With the start of 2022, I've managed to accumulate some room on my shelves and in my area to start collecting anime figures, and so I'm quite excited about that. I have a couple of pre-orders coming in, a couple of pre-owned items coming in, and I just hope to share that with everyone.